Shalom, Kol Haloyim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, peace and blessings to the elect. Yeah, I just wanted to make this a quick update video concerning World War III. I'm going to read this article that came out just 2 days ago, April 1st, and then two other articles concerning news that happened last week. But we bring out this news because it basically shows you that the Bible is living and that the prophecies in it they're real. And this should boost your faith. If you claim that you believe in the Bible, if you claim that you believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, this should excite you, knowing that we're that much closer to our salvation and the destruction of Babylon the Great. So this says Putin begins biggest Russian military call-up in years. So basically a draft. We're only going to read a little bit of this article. It says President Vladimir Putin has called up 160,000 men aged 18 to 30, Russia's highest number of conscripts since 2011, as the country moves to expand the size of its military. The spring call-up for a year's military service came several months after Putin said Russia should increase the overall size of its military to almost 2.39 million. And its number of active servicemen to 1.5 million. That is a rise of 180,000 over the coming 3 years. Vice Admin Vladimir Simonzyask said the new conscripts would not be sent to fight in Ukraine for what Russia calls its special military operation. So, long story short, we're hearing more information concerning World War III and how Russia, as we know according to Ezekiel 38, is a very, very important part of World War III. And now they're looking to expand the size of their military. And like I always say, a boxer doesn't just put on gloves, headset, hop in the ring for no reason. No, they're looking to spar, they're looking to train, because one day there's going to be an actual fight. And so that's what's happening right here. You have Russia preparing for a fight, for World War III, increasing the size of their military. And we're going to grab it, but of course, World War III prophesied in the Bible. That's why we bring this out. It should increase your faith, and you should be knowing that now is the time to ask for mercy, because those doors of mercy will close. And for a lot of people, it's going to close suddenly. So this just came out 2 days ago. This came out last week, but I didn't make a video on it, so I still wanted to touch on it. From CNN, it says, EU urges citizens to stockpile 72 hours worth of supplies amid war risk. This came out March 26. European Union citizens should stockpile enough food and other essential supplies to sustain them for at least 72 hours in the event of a crisis, the EU Commission has said. In new guidance released Wednesday, the Commission stressed the need for Europe to shift its mindset to foster a culture of preparedness and resilience. The 18-page document warns that Europe is facing a new reality marred with risk and uncertainty, citing Russia's full-scale war in Ukraine, rising geopolitical tensions, sabotage of critical infrastructure, and electronic warfare as prominent factors. So for all those factors or reasons, now the EU is warning I think it's 350 million citizens to stockpile enough food for at least 72 hours. So for at least 3 days. Buy food, whatever you need to get, beans, canned goods, but stockpile it for at least 3 days, because they're looking and they're saying, based upon all these different geopolitical factors, a crisis, aka a war, could happen. So this is how we're telling you to be prepared. Now, of course, the world is going to prepare in this fashion, meaning people that aren't in the know, that don't have the true understanding of what's happening and why these things are going to take place. But us that are in the know, we know the proper way to prepare is by asking for mercy, begging for mercy, repenting, and strengthening your mind and your faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You ultimately do things to build up your spirit and your trust in the Lord. That's all it is. And he'll take care of the rest. If you can buy some extra food, great, but you don't put all of your trust in it. You don't think that it's going to last you and keep you good throughout this upcoming disaster. Because before World War III takes place, there's going to be a time that the Bible calls Jacob's trouble. And it's going to be a very, very terrible time. Now, the last article, which goes hand in hand with this one, is right here what you see in Google. Costco selling World War III kits. Also came out last week around the very same time. Let's click on this one from MSN.com. So Costco rolls out emergency food kits as World War III fears grow. So of course, some genius marketer or advertising manager working for Costco was like, look, let's take advantage of this. Because Sam's Club could have did it, Walmart, whoever. But Costco, they're like, look, World War III is being talked about. EU is warning its residents to stockpile food. So let's come out with a World War III kit. Let's sell that. Let's make some money off of fear and these wars, or I guess rumors of war. So it says Costco is selling emergency food and drink survival kits with a shelf life of 25 years. Once again, people are going to run and get this crap thinking that this is going to be their salvation. This is going to be their way to be protected and good during this upcoming crisis or disaster. It says the kits are aimed at Americans wanting to stock up in case of natural disasters in their area. But they also appeal to so-called doomsday preppers fearing the end of the world. Of course. It says, let's skip that. Based on one serving a day of the food items, the pallet could last nearly 11 years. Each bucket has 80 entrees and sides, 30 breakfasts, and 40 drinks. God damn. Water must be added to turn the dried foods into meals. So you need water. The pallet contains 36 of these buckets, so 2,888 mains and sides, 1,080 breakfasts, and check that out, 1,440 drinks. 144. But we know the true drink, the true water that we need to live and survive are these scriptures. And that's it. But just showing you more wars and rumors of wars, things that are happening right now concerning World War III. Once again, I'm going to say it again, all these things should boost your faith, should increase your faith, because now when we read certain precepts like this, you should be saying, this is more than just a coincidence. It's not a coincidence, it's prophecy. So Revelation 11 verse 14, the second woe is past. The second woe represents World War II. Woe right here represents a great destruction. And that great destruction was World War II. So the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So if the second woe was World War II, then that means the third woe is World War III. And it says it cometh quickly. And of course, we just read about all these different, I'll say different information that came to light concerning World War III. And how the EU was warning, look, a crisis is coming. World War III, it's out there, be prepared. But of course, we prepare spiritually. I'm going to grab this, Joel 3, verse 9 and 10. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. So this is what the Lord is doing. He's making these different nations come together, and he's stirring up the spirit of war to fulfill his will. It says, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up, Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So all these different nations that once were looked at as weak, well, now they're stepping up. They're ramping up their military. They're increasing their size. They're putting money, investing money and resources into weapons, into missiles. So now they're strong. And the Lord is making this happen, obviously, so that prophecy gets fulfilled. In our time, not, 30, 40, 50 years later. We don't have that much time, and we know that based upon these different prophecies that we see taking place. That's why we bring out these articles. That's why we watch. Very last precept, obviously, got to get this one, Matthew 24. I'll start at verse 3, and the point is in verse 6. Yeah, I'll just read straight through. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua, meaning the end of this current rulership, these people that are running the world. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we have wars and rumors of wars taking place right now. We know that the second woe is past, and the third woe is coming quickly. We know that Joel prophesied of these different nations preparing for war as well. So we can put all these different precepts together. We can bring out different articles like these ones here, and we know spiritually, okay, we're living in the very, very end days right now. So my job as a hopeful elect member is to repent, beg for mercy, ask the Lord to increase my faith, and do everything I can to ensure my salvation, strengthen my spirit through reading, prayer, and fasting. And like I mentioned, just make sure that you're walking on eggshells in these end days. All we need is mercy. That's all we're looking for. Mercy from the Lord, in hopes that he protects us throughout Jacob's trouble and ultimately delivers us during World War III. So Lord's will, this was edifying to the elect. Call Haloyim, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.